If you're like me, then that Dead Space reveal hyped you up. Like, I can't fucking wait. That was my very first horror game, and then whenever you take into account how much of a horror enthusiast I am, then it becomes clear why I treasure Dead Space as much as I do. I mean, I recall life events with Dead Space, a Frankenstein Xbox I had, my older brother's job that he worked at the time, me and him gamed the series together. I mean, this shit runs deep, so I'm excited. However, I know that there might be a little worry, maybe not much, maybe a lot. I'm not sure. However, I am not in the least bit concerned for this remake for three reasons actually. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't. My links are down below for Twitch, merch, whatever. And let's get into my reasonings. But let me start this off real quick in saying that this game, from what I have read, is going to be a PC and next gen exclusive. And by the way the devs talk, it makes sense. Now, I'm not saying I agree or disagree, so don't get it wrong. I'm just saying it makes sense. Like, I've read quite a bit of interviews, so, it just makes sense. Now, let's get into why I believe it's in good hands. First, we have the Frostbite Engine, and that's what they're using to remake this precious gem. Now, whether or not you're a fan of, let's say, Battlefield, and honestly, I could care less, whichever way you are with it, there's just no denying that all these games are beautiful, from the landscapes, the explosions, but most importantly, the lighting. All Battlefields has some pretty exceptional lighting. And then that goes all the way over to, let's say, Mirror's Edge Catalyst, which was made with the Frostbite 3 engine. That game is fucking eye candy to look at. Same goes for Anthem, and sure, everyone hates it, even though most of you put about 50 hours in it, but I guess you're too big in your britches to admit that one, huh? Anyways, Anthem had some exceptional lighting. The storms in the game provided surreal effects that built on its environment, and that's a key thing with Dead Space is the sound, the lighting, the feel of it. It all builds on the environment. So yeah, Dead Space being remade with Frostbite is perhaps some of the best news to hear because the engine provides some of the best tools to do the exact job that we want to see done with this game. Next, we have Motion Studios. Now, no, they have not worked on tons of titles. In fact, at their starting debut, they just helped out with Battlefront 2. I'm not sure exactly how much they did, but it was their start. Now we're going to flash forward 3 years after that, and they released their first game, Star Wars Squadrons, and that was an excellent game. Minus some hiccups in the story, but for this, it doesn't matter. The game played and looked phenomenal. This is a team who is familiar with space. They know how to go full focus in an art direction, and above all, they know how to handle lighting. We can't have visceral, and I know we would all like to, but too bad. It won't happen. It just is what it is. But honestly, I can't think of a better team of developers to do the job for Dead Space. And the key thing I keep mentioning is lighting, because that is what this game was known for, amongst other things. But lighting was a huge deal that impressed so many people. And this team has the tools to do the job. They have the talent to execute it in a manner that I think will make all fans happy. And they have the knowledge with a well-renowned team with many people from BioWare, Ubisoft, etc., etc. They got this. They got this, folks. And lastly, I read an interview with one of the team members. This is an article from IGN that I'll post down below. You can read it. I usually do not click anything IGN. This is like a disclaimer. The only thing I click for them is interviews because they can't be bought. They're just asking questions. And so what they have done and how they have done it shows nothing but pure appreciation for the series. And of course, they started with the original code, as most remakes do, but they knew off the bat that they weren't going to make what they had look better just by adding extra polygons and whatnot. No. They wanted to see what was there, and then they wanted to use that as reference material to rebuild that. Nothing they're doing is lazy work. It's all being reconstructed from the ground up. Gameplay, audio, design, everything. They also go on to mention that what they're rebuilding has to fit in the world of Dead Space. It has to complement the original atmosphere of how gritty and nasty it was. And they also put an emphasis on dirty. Like, they wanted the Ishimura to feel dirty, unused, like people where have the people been because everything's so dusty and nasty. They want to focus on how the Ishimura felt, and it can't be anything less. They want to take everything they're building and make immersion key. They don't want us to put down the controller. The article is a lot longer, and it is a damn good read. Whether or not you like IGN, I really don't care. It's still a good read, and I promise it will, if you have any, put all your worries aside. This game is going in the right direction, in my personal opinion. I cannot wait for this remake. I've been waiting for something Dead Space for years, and now we finally have it. Sure, it's not a sequel, but who knows, honestly, what this could become. If you're like me, we were left on a cliffhanger with Part 3's DLC, Awakened, and I do want that to be answered, but for now, we have a remake and possibly more on the way. And I would go as far as to assume that if this remake and the possible others sell good, we might actually get a sequel. And to Part 3, we might get a Part 4, bringing the series to a conclusion at long last. And who knows, maybe they'll even fix Part 3 with this dumbass crafting system. I don't know, I still love Part 3, but that was stupid. But we shall see what this remake does for the series as a whole. I cannot wait. I'm excited. I never thought I would see the light of Dead Space again, and the fact that we are seeing it, it just brings joy to my heart. I can't wait. That's all I got, folks. Subscribe if you haven't. Like this video. Share this video. Show it to your grandma. She might like Dead Space. And that reaction video of grandmas watching Dead Space that you should watch because it's fucking awesome. And I will see you all next time.